didn't do nothing wrong, man.
Yeah, you did. You don't listen to what you're told to do.
I've done nothing wrong.
De-escalate. Spell it.
His name is Stephen Howard. He loves hearing his name.
This is Michelle.
What if I put the gun away?
Come here.
Chill out, eh?
Well, that settles it. Everybody grab a broom. It's shenanigans.
Get away from me.
Put that down.
Turn your body camera on. Why are you spilling my water? Get the fuck off of me.
Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is First Amendment Shenanigans. I hope everyone had a very nice Thanksgiving, hanging out with family and friends. You all had a nice meal. I know I did. Well, today we're going up to Massachusetts, and apparently MAA Audits and his little pal Gimli were hanging around the IRS building on Thanksgiving. Instead of being, invited to a nice dinner, these two jackasses were harassing the IRS workers. Well, DHS is going to get called, local law enforcement's going to get called. Basically, they claim all of their rights were violated. One of the female employees there is filming them, laughing in their faces, which is absolutely hysterical. And in the end, they're kicked out of the building and they're left on the sidewalk by themselves, which is pretty much what happens to every First Amendment frauditor. Let's take a look.
I'm in the beautiful town of Andover, where the IRS is stationed.
Now, I don't need to tell you people how stupid it is for a First Amendment frauditor to pick on the IRS. I mean, I know most of them don't have any money, but I would think that's the last government agency I want eyeing me. But then again, I do have things to lose, so here we are. Not that I don't pay my taxes. If anyone watching this video from the IRS, I pay my taxes every quarter. I send the money in an envelope with mints in it, just like Ned Flanders. So, love you.
We're gonna walk onto the property. There's no signs anywhere.
Here's a nice piece of shit.
As you can see, everybody, there's no signs anywhere.
The signs again. Look, just because there's no signs doesn't mean you are allowed to do anything you want on the property. You might be able to enter, but the second someone who actually works there tells you you can't be here while you're on the property because you have no business being here, you need to leave.
Again, this is the IRS, Internal Revenue, in Andover. They're usually the ones doing the audit.
What a stupid idiot.
Here we go with this guy here. He's making a call already. So we just had this thing go off. You were trespassing. Come here. Come here. How are we trespassing? Is this place closed?
Huh?
Is this closed?
Oh, this is just federal property over here. You can't just be recorded if you gotta stay in that area.
Can't hardly hear you, man. Can you come over here for a second?
No, I can't abandon my post.
What an idiot.
Can you come over here and talk to us? No, morons. He doesn't have time for your frauditor games. Even if that wasn't the policy, I still would tell him not to go over and talk to you. He's actually at work. What you guys are doing is called loitering.
So
The supervisor is on his
So
break.
this is private property?
Huh?
This is private property?
That's what it's fenced off. This is private property.
Who owns this?
This is the IRS.
The government, right?
Yes.
Then it's public property, sir. You need to know what private and
Okay, that's fine.
Today, Junior?
I'm not quite sure why we have to go through this every single time, but do you have the keys to the building? Do you open up in the morning for all the employees? No, you don't. You know why? Because you have no business being in this building. If they want you out, you have to leave, just like any other federal building, like the White House, like any of the memorials, like IRS building, the Treasury building, every federal building you can be thrown out of for absolutely no reason.
Okay.
PA you got going off telling me I'm trespassing? I'm not trespassing.
A supervisor is on his way.
What's your name, bud?
Huh?
What's your name?
You don't even know my real name. I'm the Lizard King.
This guy over here just told me that this is private property.
It's government property.
So it's not private, it's public. Do you guys know the difference between public and private? Private property would be your house. Okay, the public owns this, right?
The taxpayer.
So then you shouldn't get rid of that thing out there that says you're trespassing, you're on private property.
How about no, Scott? Okay.
Because it's false. This ain't private property, and you guys are open. So how can somebody be trespassing when you're open to the public, right?
I'm just gonna have to ask you to move outside here for a second.
No, we're okay.
Why is that?
We're okay. We're not impeding anything. How you
What's
doing?
happening?
Good, how are you?
Supervisor?
What's going on?
You the supervisor?
Yes,
Can we have your name?
Michael Believer.
So there's a loudspeaker out there that says that we are trespassing. Violence will be prosecuted, but this is a government building. We have the right to record every federal installation, every government building, every city hall during the course of their duties.
Correct, from public areas.
Right.
This lobby is public?
Once you pass the gate, it's not a public area, it's federal property.
Right. So
Federal is public. Who pays for the federal? Who funds you? Who funds the government?
Listen, what we're told...
Taxpayers.
from
Well,
FDS
I'm telling you the real wisdom of it.
What was that? I couldn't make out what you just said there. The real Look, you idiots do not know anything about actual law. The only thing you know about the law is what other jackasses have told you over the internet. Officers, it's not worth your time to argue with these morons. It's not worth your effort to try to explain the actual law to them. Just tell them to leave. If they don't leave, put the cuffs on them and force them off the property. That's it.
You know what I mean? Because
You guys are refusing to leave?
why do we have to leave?
I just told you.
Minus a crime.
So you got a location on that?
Yeah, you better
Yeah, you
better look into this, man.
Yeah, I go off the law. You know what I mean? Not what people tell
I'm not
me.
trying to get into the confrontation with you guys. I'm just telling you what
We're not trying to get in
Well,
conversation.
and I'm trying to educate you. There's nothing on the front gate saying, no trespassing, private property. There's nothing like that until you get over here to the guard shacks, okay? So this is absolutely open to the public.
Public domain.
Now, MAA's buddy, Gimli, just said that this is public domain. Public domain has to do with copyright law. Has nothing to do with what's public property and private property. And this is federal property. They're allowed to trespass anyone off federal property. Once again, try doing this at the White House. It's a federal building. We all pay for it. Please, one of you morons hop the fence and see how far you get.
You guys are open right now, right?
So open to the public. You were open to IRS employees.
Supreme Court already
To IRS employees?
Yes.
So you're telling me that lady with the 2 kids that just left here, IRS employees, huh?
They have business on property. They have a daycare.
So don't I.
Which side?
I'm a journalist. I'm doing a story on the IRS.
considered business.
This is my First Amendment protected activity.
Okay.
You cannot turn it into a crime in any way with you telling me I'm trespassing or this is private property or...
Look, so
Okay,
we'll get the
you're
answers.
supervisor?
No, I'm the supervisor.
How you doing?
Good.
Can I have your name? Can I have your name? No?
No?
No.
Okay. Then I'll address you as tyrant. Okay, little tyrant.
Okay.
You work for the
Little
public,
man
sir.
syndrome. No, he don't want to. He's professional.
Listen,
He's supposed to be.
We're talking right now.
He's supposed to
just
get. I
stand
am
by?
talking. I am talking, sir.
That's
We
the way he
just stand
talks,
by
man.
without
Don't take it
causing
into
an
offense.
interaction, okay?
Oh, look at this. Look at this crowd we're gathering.
Yep, you are gathering a crowd. You're bothering everyone in this
Nobody's
building.
ever come
This
here
is
with cameras.
disorderly conduct. I don't understand why they're still in this building. You're not allowed to film inside
There's
any
nothing tells me
IRS
in the gate
building,
that
to
we're
my
not allowed to
knowledge.
be in there.
But
Get
we're
them out of
telling
there.
you that From what
Yeah, but
FDS
I
told
can't
us.
just go by your word. Supreme Court already ruled that we have the right to do this, man.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid.
You guys are on a thin line everywhere, man. You guys got these policies and this crap that you guys think can overrun the Constitution. You know? If there was a sign on that front gate, private property, no trespassing, then I would have conducted my business out there. But there's no signs. It's open to the public. I see cars coming in and out of here, and they don't all work here. I know they don't all work here. You know? You guys are trying to blow smoke up my bum.
Amendment or our Constitution.
Hey, when they were looking for people for the IRS, they actually put a thing in the paper that said, "We're hiring as long as you ain't afraid to shoot somebody." That's what they said in the paper. So basically, the IRS hires killers.
Now, that's pretty shocking. I'm sure you're going to show that to your audience, right? No? You're just going to say it without backing it up with any fact? All right, so normal frauditor behavior.
Who's in charge here?
He is.
Warrants coming.
2, 3.
Now the video cuts off right there because idiot number one, who claims to be a journalist, didn't charge all of his journalism equipment. So then he decides to go live on his phone. Now the video is very grainy because his cell phone is probably from 2004, but we're going to do our best to piece it all together.
How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving, man.
That literally tells you everything you need to know about these two. It's Thanksgiving. These people actually have to work on a national holiday. You morons, instead of hanging out with family and friends, you're here messing with them on a holiday where their day is probably already bad because they have to work when everyone else gets to enjoy the day. And you jackasses, I guess, weren't invited anywhere, so now you're down here to bother them. It's all super pathetic.
What's happening, everybody?
Are you recording, man?
What?
Are you recording?
No, not right this second, I'm not.
Please do, so I can get it off your phone, because you're going to create a public record. If you don't know that, I'm just letting you know that. I'm here to educate, that's all.
You were serious about that?
Yeah, let me go show the people that there's no signs anywhere saying anything about being private property. These guys are all confused. Usually they're the ones doing the audits. But when they get audited, they don't know what to do. I'm here at the IRS. They're telling me it's private property. We got the cops on the way. Because it's federal property and not state, DHS or FPS has no jurisdiction. So I don't know why they're calling them. They don't have no jurisdiction here.
How are you, pal?
What's happening?
Good. Do you have an ID on you or anything like that?
I'm not giving an ID.
Okay, so they don't want you on the property. You can film whatever you want. Could you just do it on the sidewalk, please?
And why's that?
They don't want you on the property.
Is this public?
Yeah, it is, but but if they don't want you on the property, you can't be here.
And why's that?
Because they don't want you.
Why?
You are physically repulsive, intellectually retarded, vulgar, insensitive, selfish, stupid. You have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell.
I need a legitimate reason. Not because I'm holding a camera, right?
You guys have PS?
That's not it, right?
No, you guys have no jurisdiction in federal property.
It's
One,
the town of Animal.
And two,
it doesn't
just because
matter.
we're holding a camera doesn't allow them to tell us that they don't want us here. So that's not enough because this is constituted as a
no. If you want to take the initiative, right? Hey, I'm not looking to go to jail, right? But if you want to cuff me right now,
We don't want that at all.
okay, and violate my civil rights. Look at this dumb bitch over here laughing. This is no joke, okay? Because it's freedom of speech. Because she's been being that way ever since she came out here. It's got nothing to do with her. She shouldn't even be out here. She wants to be nosy and then laugh. Look at her laughing.
Of course she's laughing at you too. Look at you. Look at what you're doing. It's Thanksgiving. You're down here dressed like this, bothering people for no good reason. You're loitering on federal property for no reason. Of course this woman is laughing at you. Every woman in the country is laughing at you.
That's right.
What's your business with them?
My business is...
It was nothing. They're the ones that come out on us. They set off this thing saying I'm on private property, which I know I'm not on private property.
So the moron just unknowingly admitted that they actually have no business on this property. They heard that little recording and decided to waddle on in. Now, if I were the police, I would take that as an admission of loitering and kick them out or arrest them. Either way, I'm happy.
You don't give me the option. I record wherever I want in public, okay?
Officer Vask, 46.
All right, so you're going to stamp your name on their feelings and say that they don't want us here, that we have to record over there because they don't like what we're doing.
Yep.
Yep. So we got a smart ass here? You want to use your qualified immunity? Yes, you are. Yup. You just admitted to him you're a feelings police officer.
Qualified immunity because of
okay?
It's not my feelings.
So, all right.
No, it's somebody else's feelings. So you're enforcing somebody else's feelings. You know, I like to give every police officer the benefit of the doubt. But when they're idiotic like yourself, I don't.
The IRS has asked that you guys need to leave the property.
What did FPS say?
FPS is on their way.
These guys aren't even supposed to have their weapons in this area, and you allowed that to happen.
I believe FPS called them.
Doesn't matter.
I answered
FPS, Homeland Security already knows it's law.
Oh my God!
They're allowed to come in with the utility.
Look it.
You don't know this?
You know who you're messing with? Huh? You see what that says?
Yeah. You're a junior officer with platoon.
You can read.
We do this for a living, bro.
You know, if I had your job, I'd kill myself.
Boy, I really hope that's not true, because looking at that viewer count, both of you are going hungry tonight. Now, why don't you just end this before you make an even bigger ass out of yourselves? Why don't you go down to the soup kitchen, get a free Thanksgiving meal, and call it quits?
I'm telling you, don't lose your qualified immunity over this, and we will push it forward. This is the reason why we do this. And I know the law said.
So can I get the trespassing in writing?
They would have to do that. We don't do
Well, then have them do it, and I'll
It's not my call.
No, but it's your call to say if we'll go to jail, right? Dude, this, yeah, you know what, Eddie? You got my girl's number, right? Because they're gonna have no choice but to arrest me for trespassing, that I'm not trespassing, and then come up with some bullshit charges, right? This is all on live.
Do what you gotta do.
Well, yeah, but I want everybody's name that was out here, including that female, the short guy that wouldn't give his name. Just everybody that was involved in this, because I need everybody's name so nothing falls through the cracks.
All right, I'm pretty much done with this. This sucker was over an hour long, so I had to cut it down because a lot of it's just standing around them crying and complaining about the same old crap. Short end of the story. They don't go back inside. They aren't allowed to film inside the building, and they know that. They think that they're going to take qualified immunity away from all of these officers, which that's never going to happen. He's going to subpoena that footage that woman took of him. That's not going to happen. So basically, these two are going to go hungry yet again. They're not going to get a viral video like they think they are. Both of their channels are basically dead. I'm not sure why they're still trying to do this, because they're not making any money. It's just one bad video after another, and for whatever reason they don't get arrested. I'm not sure why the officers didn't put the cuffs on them. Maybe they didn't want to feed them for the night because it is Thanksgiving. Maybe that's why they wanted to take the arrest. They actually wanted a hot meal for once. Who knows? Well, if you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye, Stephen Kelly.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
You mean shenanigans?
No.